So now I'm still going to use pilot holes like this, okay, but I'm going to end up using the 3/16, so I'm going to ream it out just a hair instead of using the 1/4 inch. Okay, I previously set this one at a 1/4 inch, and there's still plenty of meat for the screw threads to hit inside the wood, but I'm going to go ahead and do what the directions say, 3/16. Look at my little handy dandy picture here on the tools again, and it's 3/16, okay, for the drill bit. All right. I'm also making the decision, do I want to just hold that up and then put the bottom one in and then drill the other holes? You know, I could pre-drill it, put the drill bit right through. You know, as this is held up there, I could put a drill bit in there and go right through, or I could measure, and because I've got that bottom hole there, you know, right there, exactly where I want it, I could come back to my support piece here and measure, you know, what those other ones are. And I could measure from the bottom because I know exactly where the bottom was. I've already got that one, and then I could write this measurement down, 35 and 7/16. Then I could measure up to the top one. I could measure up here to the top. I could write these measurements down, couldn't I? I could measure 74 1/4 to the center. Write that down, and then I can come back over here and I can get my marks and just measure from the ground up. Now see, I can measure from the ground because I got a place where I know exactly where it's going to fit. Now if you don't have a landing area, you may have to measure your first one and get your first hole. So once you get your first hole, then you can come back over to your screen if you're going to do it this way. Okay, then I can measure from the center of the first hole to the center of the second hole, 29.5, and then hold down at 29.5 and go up to the top hole. You know, get my marks, and then I can transfer them over on the door jamb. Okay, so a couple different ways you can do it. And at this point, if I had a helper, I could have them hold this and position this exactly where I want and then go ahead and do this. But because I don't, I'm trying to do this by myself because I want you to see that if I can do it, you can do it. So I'm gonna measure this up, and I'm gonna get a couple marks. I'm gonna pre-drill out those holes. Right now, I take proper measurements, and I'll be able to do it without even holding the screen door up there. Now, do I need a level to put on here? This door is standing up pretty good, and I don't have a level here, but I could have checked that with a level and adjust this, but I feel pretty confident that I'm going to just mark this where I need to. And it's going to set up there straight. I can take my scratch awl or my ice pick. I like to do that before I drill a hole, so that my drill bit doesn't wobble on me just a hair. So I've got that one off just a little bit. Be careful with that. Right there. Now I can take my drill and drill those holes out. Make sure you use the 3/16. read your directions and use what they tell you to use. Now I'm going to ream that out just a little bit to give me just a hair extra. It's feeling good there. Wow, I don't think I'm that tall. I guess I better get my ladder out. Oops. Okay, that's your next step. I'll take a quick look at this, and if you see any burrs, see how there's some paint overage right there. I'm just going to take my file and kind of clean that off. I want my tool to fit on there nice. Okay. Like I say, once you get these one-way screws in there, you may have to touch them up if you so choose. Okay, that's a little bit. I'm just going to make sure there's no burrs on this, so that this goes in there nice and easy. It does. I'm checking the bottom. That's fine. And I'll check the top one. There's a little burr right there. Clean that out. As I lift it up, let that stick out a little bit, and then I can find the hole to make sure I get that started in there properly. Let's do it. Well, my helper flew the coop, so let's see what I can do here. Got my back brace on and everything. A mark at the bottom where I'm pretty sure it needs to go. Huh? Okay, that's fine. All right, now I got to swivel that up there. Okay, this might be a little tricky, this part. If you're by yourself, you got a helper, they can hold on to that right hand side and tilt it up for you, okay? Hey, time's a wasting, let's get her done. Gotta swivel this up. Find the hole there. Just gonna put it in a little ways with the big screwdriver here, just so I know it's not gonna fall out, right? Now I can use my specialized bit there. And if you got a battery operated drill, use that. But mine doesn't have a charged battery right now. Just gonna put it in a little bit first. Exactly where I should be there. And sure enough, that's right where my hole is. Well, that tool kind of worked good. And see, now I'm going to check this here. And I should be right on the edge. And at the top, I'm right on the edge. And at the bottom, I'm right on the edge. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Just going through the mock checklist here. That's going to fit right in behind that. And I'll measure it a little bit, give it a little bit of a slop, and I'm still going to be able to drill it in, and that's going to fit right up like that. Oh, nice. Okay, that's looking good. The top is looking good. Good. So far. So far it's looking all right. Now to get this middle screw in there. And it's right where it needs to be because I did the pre-measuring. Measure twice, drill once. Now see, that one's going hard because, wow, that was that 3/16 drill bit. And remember, I pre-drilled out that bottom one at 1/4 inch. I'm not quite sure if I want to try to go, because if I get it in there, if I don't get it in all the way, and it's really super tight right now, it's going to be a bear to loosen it up later. Okay, so I'm going to make a corporate decision here that I think I'm going to take this out. Wow. I'm going to take this out and drill that hole 1/4 inch, I believe. Now see, I'm not going to be able to get the drill bit in there all the way now either, am I? Unless I take the whole thing out. I don't think I want to do that either. Yeah. See, I'd have to take the bottom one out all the way at this point. I really don't want to have to do that. I even ream these out a little bit. Wow. We'll just have to see what happens here. With my regular drill with the cord on it, it might not give me enough oomph. Might have to charge up my battery operated one and put it on low. See, I can't do it with this one. Directions should have told me a little bit bigger than 3/16. Now what to do?